What's up guys, Luke from Luke Learns, and today we're actually going to take a look at a photography lecture. I got the opportunity to film a PhD in photography doing his kind of a lecture just about basic principles that he used in his career. It's an hour and a half long, but I'm actually going to break this up into a series so you guys can like watch some and watch other parts later. The first part is just the principles that he used. The second part's going to be more of posing with a female and so on and so forth, breaking it down for you guys. Please like and subscribe if this is the kind of content you like. Please comment. I really appreciate any comments. I always answer it back. And yeah, enjoy this video.
We're those big strapping guys.
Videographers
On a piggyback ride.
I know, right?
in a sea of photographers.
Finally got it.
We can?
It's normally booked every.
These photographers don't know where to set up.
I know, it's great. We get around.
Oh wow! We might run out of battery during this thing, so I'm sorry if we do.
I've been a professional photographer for 35 plus years, primarily doing tabletop, but it was a small company, which means you wear many hats. And that also means that I did all the executive shoots, headshots, the grip and grins, if you know what those are, you know.
A grip and grin is just when you got like leaders meeting, kissing babies, shaking hands. He photographed all of that, so that's what a grip and grin is, if you didn't know.
The grip and grins.
Stand them up, shoot them down.
Yep. Every event, all that fun stuff. Today we're talking about portraits and posing for portraits. Notice there are no lights here because I don't care how you light a scene. That's a totally separate subject. I'm only going to cover traditional posing, okay? There are, if you look online, you will find thousands and thousands and thousands of references to traditional posing, and virtually none on the newer, hip, crazy stuff. If you look at every recently engaged couple, you've seen this picture of the man standing and the woman draped over the top of him.
Like a monkey.
Right, you know it. I'm not going to show you how to do that, all right? I have two models here. Say hi to Bailey.
Hi to Bailey.
Bailey's here out of the graciousness of her heart and a little bit of a promise of some shooting time from me, but she's not getting paid, so if you heckle her, she has the right to kill you. All right? I tried to bribe her before with Tootsie Rolls, and she doesn't eat Tootsie Rolls. We'll be doing a female pose, be doing a male pose. We will be doing a couples, probably two different poses, all right? So my guidelines for every portrait, I avoid positioning female subjects' shoulders. Their shoulders square to the camera. Never, ever, 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 ever do I put them square to the camera, with one tiny exception. And Bailey's pretty close. Bailey's tiny. The girl weighs 105 pounds probably, soaking wet. And so she doesn't have wide shoulders. She's not a large body. She doesn't have large bones or a large frame. I could probably pose her square to the camera. In general terms, doesn't happen. Those shoulders will never be square to my camera position. For tonight, what? This is a portrait. This is not mugshot 101. All right. My guideline number 2, every joint in the frame, every single body joint that's within the frame has to have a bend. It's got to have a bend. So if you're talking a headshot, guess what? Do the Barbie tilt. If you're doing a 3/4 and you're including that darn hand, you know that pose. Everybody knows that pose, right? You put the hand up on it. It's touching. right? All the fingers have got a little curl to it, right? Even the wrist. The wrist should not run straight up. It should be canted a little bit, just a little bit of a break. Everything is easier for women to do than men because women are more coordinated than men. They're usually more creative too, yes. All right, when you're talking a younger subject, you can exaggerate bends a whole lot more. When you get to be Tom's age, you have to be a little more careful. Number 3, always focus on your subject's eyes. Please, 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 please. I am tired of seeing amateur portraits where the tip of the nose is in focus and the eyes are soft. That's a bit, as the expression goes, bass-ackwards. In traditional portraits, the tip of the nose was out of focus. The ears were out of focus. Just the eyes were in focus. All right? Number 4, never allow a subject's nose line to extend beyond the side of their cheek. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Yeah. When you start turning a person's head off to the side and their nose line goes beyond this cheek line, it protrudes out, that's a no-no. The same thing is true with that eye, that same side. If the eye runs off the edge of you can't see a little bit of skin, that's a no-no. Why? It looks wrong. Go look online and see if you can find a portrait where the white of the eye comes all the way to the edge and there is no skin. It looks terrible, absolutely terrible. Number 5, have your subjects roll their shoulders back. Bailey, roll your shoulders for me. There you go. What happened to Bailey? She sat up. What else happened?
Her boobs stick out.
She did. Oh, by the way, this is Todd, her boyfriend.
I'm not Todd. My name's actually Luke.
Luke, I'm sorry.
You have a boyfriend named Todd?
This is Luke, her other boyfriend. I'm sorry. Sorry. See what? Yeah, it has been a long day, hasn't it?
It's about to get longer.
Yeah.
Or much shorter.
Luke is doing some videotaping. Chances are it's going to appear on his YouTube channel. All right.
If you want me to blur anything out, I will blur everybody out. Like, I can do that, so.
Yeah, stop shooting them. Shoot on
Raise
you.
your hand if you want to be blurred out. I'll focus on you real quick.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll talk later, Todd.
Yeah, right. All right. Number 6, arms should never hang from the shoulders. Just hang. Even if you are doing a bust shot, you can tell. Have them move their elbow up, have them move their elbow out. Don't let their arm hang. Ever. Ever.
Leaning on something.
For one, are they looking through the camera? So they don't know what the framing is. They're relying on you as a photographer. For asking a question, you get a Tootsie Roll.
You're supposed to catch that with your mouth.
No, don't even get in there. All right, so they're not looking through the viewfinder. They have no idea of what the framing is. They're trusting you. They've entrusted you by having you take their portrait. People come in, women come in specifically to look their best. Men come in and say, take the damn picture. Right? Every guy here. How many times, do you like being photographed? No. Take it. I'm ready. I look fine.
So do you ask them to, if they don't know what to do, just say, well, just put your hands together and...
You know what I do? I give them something for their hands. Something to play with. It doesn't have to be in the picture, right? Why would it have to be in the picture? Coffee cups are good. Wine glasses are even better. Number 7, for head and shoulder pictures, your lens should be approximately eye level to start for head and shoulders. Okay? That's actually the demo we're going to be doing. If you're talking about full-length pictures, your lens should be about waist level. Now, there are exceptions to that rule. Bailey, how tall are you?
5'2".
Bailey's short. So if I'm going to shoot Bailey as a full length or a 3/4 length pose, I'm going to lower my camera below waist level a little bit. I'm not talking knee level, I'm talking mid thighs. It gives a perspective of her being taller. If I were shooting an NBA player who's 7 foot tall, I'm going to raise my camera up. If you're using a full frame camera, I start with an 85 millimeter for head and shoulders. The minute that you start changing, if you're doing a half body, I'm starting to go a little less. I'm probably at the 60, 70 millimeter mark. If you're doing a full length, I'm looking at a 50 millimeter lens. There are exceptions to that rule, and I'll get to them later. And number 10, this is my favorite rule. Objects appear larger the closer they are to the camera. So, if you have somebody with a huge, and I mean huge, forehead, please don't ask them to lean forward. If you have somebody that's got a rather bulbous nose, you have someone with the unibrow. Everybody knows someone that has the unibrow, right? Or an extended brow. The minute that you have someone lean forward or move a body part closer to the lens, it automatically appears larger. All right? Those are my general guidelines for every single portrait. Now, let's get on to posing.